Have you ever looked at your routine, your social circle, and felt an overwhelming urge to just vanish? This isn't about a weekend trip. It's about a desire to cut off the noise and start over. Society is quick to label that feeling as a red flag. They assume you are running away from your problems or failing to fit in with the group. This urge represents your mind's last line of defense against total burnout. It is a protective instinct for self-preservation, signaling that your current path has become unsustainable. 6 months of isolation functions as a strategic retreat. It provides the necessary distance to forge a mind that is firm and unshakable. The psychologist Carl Jung identified the root of this exhaustion. He called it the persona, the mask we wear to secure societal acceptance and survive our daily interactions. Maintaining this mask requires massive amounts of psychic energy. When you are always available, answering every message, and attending unwanted events, you are slowly abandoning your actual self. You cannot discover who you truly are while you remain surrounded by a social circle that expects you to stay the same. The environment itself reinforces the mask. Step 1 is to starve that persona. Jung referred to this as sacred isolation, a time of inner retreat where you mute the world's interference so you can finally hear your own voice. Stepping back starves a fake identity. It forces anyone who only kept you around for their own convenience to face your absence. Executing this isolation will not bring immediate peace. In fact, removing the noise usually induces a sense of terror. Friedrich Nietzsche warned that breaking away from the comfort of the herd drops an individual straight into a metaphorical desert, a place with no applause, no praise, and no external validation. Sitting alone in this desert forces all suppressed internal chaos, traumas, and insecurities to the surface. Jung called this encountering your shadow. This is where most people fail. The silence becomes deafening, and they run back to toxic distractions just to numb the discomfort. To become unbreakable, you have to sit in that discomfort and allow the old, people-pleasing identity to die. Surviving the desert is the mandatory crucible of the process. There is no rebirth without the death of the self that relied on the herd. Having survived the desert, you possess a blank slate. You have shifted into a state of creation. Nietzsche described this liberated version of a person as the Übermensch, or the overman. This individual creates their own values from scratch and refuses to live by the rules of collective mediocrity. Modern psychology approaches this rebuilding through architecture. True discipline is designing an environment where success becomes automatic, rather than forced. Use this quiet time to reset your brain. Change what you read, train your body in silence, and build routines without telling anyone. Your actions are now divorced from the need to fit in. You are building a self-sufficient mind, fueled entirely by its own internal will to power. When your 6 months are up, you step back into the world as an unrecognizable entity. There will be friction. Your new existence will likely make the people around you uncomfortable. The transformation is evident in your behavior. You no longer feel an anxious need to explain your actions or justify your boundaries to others. If someone tries to manipulate you, you won't even argue. You will meet them with a silent dominance that proves you are no longer available to be drained. This is what Jung called individuation, the state of being whole. Radical solitude is both terrifying and rewarding. It is the most significant action you can take for yourself. No savior is coming to do this for you. No one can walk this path on your behalf. The responsibility is yours. If you are ready to face your shadow and leave your old self behind, make a physical commitment right now. Type "I choose to cross" in the comments. Seal that commitment today. Subscribe and watch the next video on our channel. It will provide the guidance you need to keep going. I'll see you there.